With crypto being back in full swing, or at least that's how it seems, the next big question is, how can I identify the next 10x or 100x token? One of the biggest ways to make money in the crypto industry is to be first. One of the first in, as early adopters always seem to make out with the most profit. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a bot I developed, just the outlines in which it'll show you how to get notified when there are new token pairs being traded on SushiSwap and Uniswap, as well as getting yourself email notifications and even a slight algorithm just to go over the contract for a brief auditing to make sure that it is, not a honeypot or known vulnerability within it. If you learned something new, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for more content. Let's get started. So how this bot actually works is it is listening for events on both the Arbitrum and Base mainnets on the SushiSwap and PancakeSwap pool factories. The events it's actually listening for are the pool created. And what this actually does is it sends out an event in which other developers can listen to for when a pool is created and can react and do functions based on that specific event and the data that's pulled from that event. While this bot can do a lot of other things, and you can definitely develop it to snipe new tokens and actually purchase them or trade them and how you want, my bot is just designed as a base level to get email notifications on when new token pairs are added. With that being said, let's show you the code. Going over the bot, the first thing that we want to get started on is, of course, building the server. This is just a pretty basic Express server written in Node.js. Listening on port 3000 unless otherwise identified in the .env file. From here, I also have a few initializers, and this initializers, what this does is it will declare the provider, and this will be the Arbitrum provider as well as the base provider. And depending on the project settings, if the project is deployed locally, we'll run it on the localhost Hardcat WebSocket port. Otherwise, we will run it on the Arbitrum WebSocket port. And then same goes for the base provider, where if it's locally, we'll run it on the local port 8545, which is the local host for Hardhat. Otherwise deployed, we'll use the base WebSocket URL. From there, what we do is we get the Pancake Factory and SushiSwap Factory contracts for both networks. I mislabeled them. I have just P Factory and S Factory for the Arbitrum mainnet, and then Base Pan and Base Sushi for the base network. You can label them however you want, but ultimately this just gets the contracts or instances of the contracts so that we are able to listen for events. I also have some utils here, which are just basically going over like the validate contract, which is a really basic algorithm created just going over like a trust score, and the lower the trust score, the more valid the contract is, and it just returns it based off of an API call that is made to Go Plus security, which we'll go over shortly. And then of course we have the nuts and bolts and the nitty gritty of everything. What we have here is our main function. Now what this main function does is it pulls the Pancake Factory, SushiSwap Factory, Base Pancake Swap Factory, and Base SushiSwap Factory. It listens for the pool created event, and then has a callback function, which is an async, which takes in the token 0, token 1, fee, tick spacing, and pool. And then what we do is we take the addresses and store them in the address variable. We then make a call to Go Plus token security. Now this is a free service in which it analyzes some basic data around the smart contract and the developer and deployer of the smart contract. There are other options available like Token Sniffer, in which you can use their API, but that is not a free service. So just to keep things simple for everyone watching, we're going to use the free service here. After we make this request to the Go Plus for token security, we then pass in the res results of that into the validate contract function that I created, which then goes through iterates through the list of results and determines the trust score based on that algorithm. This code will all be available on GitHub, and the link will be in the description below, so please feel free to download it and make your tweaks and changes however you see fit. But from there, after we have validated the contract and that the contract is valid and that the trust score is, less than 5, or however you want to have the trust score, you can determine that based on your own algorithm. We then send a notification And what it does, the send notification does, it takes in the pool, token 0, token 1, what exchange it was on, and then the network it was on. And it sends you a quick email to let you know that there is a new token pair available for trading on the specific network and chain. Thank you to everyone who stayed to the end. Please feel free to grab a copy of this code from the link below in my GitHub and tweak it however you want. And comment on some of the success stories that you have from it or the tweaks that you've made. If you did learn something new, please like and subscribe and consider hitting that notification bell for more content. Catch you on the next one.